What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video on high altitude investing. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about Dogecoin and where I expect prices to go. This coin has been heavily requested in the comment section lately, and it's one that I'm personally holding and very excited about as we move forward in the bull market. So I figured it'd be a good day on Friday. Happy Friday, everybody, to update you guys on Dogecoin. If you guys are not a subscriber to my channel, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button right now. I do videos like this as I see fit to keep you guys updated in the markets because this bull market is massive. There's a lot of money to be made, and I just like to share my personal view on the markets with you guys. I also appreciate everybody that shares these videos, likes them, or comments down below. So without further ado, let's get straight into the analysis. And you guys, if you do stay clear till the very end of this video, I am still running that sell, but today will be the last day that it is running. So you guys want to make sure that you go ahead and reach out to me about the last sale ever on my VIP before I close it down to the public, because you will not be able to join in the future without a very specialized form, and most people I will be rejecting. It's public. Right now, you can still get in openly through the website, but today is the last day for that 20% discount. And if you guys do have disabilities or a veteran or something, I will give you a 50% discount as well. So let's get straight into the video, you guys. This is Dogecoin on Binance. So I like to give you guys the information of what exchange I'm looking in because there can be slight differences in price. Very subtle differences in price. It's pretty much the same, but very small. And this is Dogecoin, obviously, versus the dollar on the 2-day candlesticks. And I have the MACD here on the bottom, just volume and price. I like to keep things very simple when I'm doing my analysis. You won't see me adding 50,000 indicators to the chart. That's just people trying to look cool. The best trading strategies are almost always extremely simple. And Einstein said it takes a genius to take something complicated and make it simple. That is what I have done with my trading. I learned from some of the best, and they have very simple strategies. So I kind of emulated what they did and learned a lot of my own stuff. I've been doing this for over 5 years now, basically 6. And I've learned a lot. You know, I've made a lot of mistakes, but I've learned a lot. I made a lot of money, and I've really dialed in my trading strategy. And so with that being said, you guys, we are going to cover a couple different things in today's video. First of all, what's going on from a market cycle perspective. Second of all, what's going on from pretty much the only indicator that I use, the MACD. And then we'll check out what's going on from a pattern perspective and an Elliott wave perspective. And finally, a volume perspective. So we're going to start here by going over the market cycle perspective. So as you guys know, market cycles are very key in trading. Something you definitely want to know about if you're interested in becoming an investor or trader. It's just super consistent across the board in all markets. Doesn't matter if you're trading crypto or something else. The market cycle is almost always there. And so what we're really looking at here, so here are the two best graphs that they have for the market cycle that happens inside of markets. The reason this market cycle occurs and repeats over and over again in all markets in different time frames is because of the fact that human emotion doesn't change. We're biological creatures. We're wired to respond to things in certain ways. You can do certain things to overcome that wiring within you, but the majority of the market is still being played. They're still being affected by that wiring within them. And so the market cycle happens everywhere because of human emotion. And this is the Wall Street cheat sheet. And then this is, I don't know if there's like an official name for this one, but these are the two best market cycle graphs on the internet. And this part right here that says first sell-off and bear trap. That is the same as the disbelief phase on the Wall Street cheat sheet right before you go all the way up to euphoria. As you can see, first sell-off, and then you go all the way up to new paradigm. New paradigm and euphoria are the same point in the cycle between these two charts. So that's really key to understand. So we're going to be using this one today. And I'll kind of show you why in just a second, but you can use either one. It doesn't matter, but I am going to use this one today just because it has a little bit earlier price data. This one stops at the disbelief phase right here. And this one has all the way back to the takeoff and the accumulation phase. So we're going to use this one just because it has a little bit extra, but I like them both a lot. So this is Dogecoin, like I said. And we're currently valued at 17 cents. Our peak here was about 74 cents, just under $1. And what is actually happening in the market is the first sell-off pattern. So all of this right here is what we call a takeoff period. This is where the market is priming. It's getting money, it's getting volume. As you can see, there's volume coming in. This is kind of where it's not really super well known. Not a lot of people are talking about it. Still kind of secret, but people know it's going to go up, and really, really intelligent investors, smart money, know it's going to go really high. So they're accumulating all through this takeoff period right here. And that corresponds with the takeoff period right here on our market cycle chart, which is super cool. And then we get our first sell-off pattern and bear trap. And this is what that is, you guys. This is the bear trap. So the bear trap occurs at the very bottom of this dip. See this red line starts to go up. After the takeoff period, it starts to go up, and then it has a bear trap. Now, this is a really, really, really important point in the cycle because there's a lot of people arguing about what's going to happen. And inside of the bear trap, there's a lot of people, especially right here, that are thoroughly convinced that it's never going to go up again. I mean, you could probably go talk to people about Dogecoin, and the same people that were telling you it's going to moon right here are telling you it's never going to go up again down here. And so using the market cycle analysis is very useful. It's extremely useful. And the reason it's useful is because you can kind of see past the human emotion. You might not predict every single swing. That's not really the name of the game. The name of the game is to stay level-headed, not to predict every single move in the entire market. Nobody predicts every single move in the entire market. Even the best traders in the world do not predict every single move in the market. There's unexpected moves. And so in this period right here, especially right here, I started investing quite a bit in Dogecoin. I had some VIP calls right here, letting people know it was going to moon. It did moon. And right here, the market started to see a correction. Now, I didn't take enough profits right here, but I don't care because the name of the game is to stay level-headed. Like I said, you're not going to predict every single swing, but I don't care because I'm adding to my position, because I'm staying level-headed, and I'm analyzing the market. And when you analyze the market, you can see the human emotion. And the human emotion is very clear. We are in the bear trap of the cycle. So this bear trap section of the cycle is what happens right before you get into the media attention phase. And that's really when the market goes extremely parabolic. And that's what I'm expecting here in Dogecoin, is a media attention, greed, delusion. And eventually we'll get to a new paradigm. Now, I'm not going to get into prices. And the reason for that is because my VIP members know where I expect prices to go. But it's not public information. I don't just share that information to you guys publicly. And so I do expect a full recovery and a breakout and a parabolic move vertical. And at some point, it will see a new paradigm and top out. But right now, in the big picture, this is really just the start of the Dogecoin cycle. We still have a lot to go. We still have media attention, enthusiasm, greed, delusion, new paradigm, before we can even talk about a bull trap and the beginning of a bear market and a correction. And so I'm personally still very bullish from a market cycle perspective on Dogecoin. And although this is not financial advice in my trading journal, I personally expect more upside, and a lot of it. So that's kind of my view on Dogecoin as far as market cycle perspective goes. Now let's talk a little bit about patterns, indicators, and volume. So you guys, now Dogecoin is performing a few different things right now from a pattern perspective. The first thing it's performing from a pattern perspective is a flag structure. So this is a bullish flag. Generally what happens is you get a flag pull and then you get a downward pointing channel. When you break bullish out of the channel, it moves the same length as the flag pull. So from here to here, it will move the same length at the point of breakout out. Now that doesn't mean it has to stop at that level. In fact, it usually overshoots its target most of the time. But that is a bullish continuation pattern. It's called a bullish flag. And if you guys want to look up these patterns, it's really easy on Google Images. You guys can find hundreds of examples of these patterns. And they might not look exactly like the one that you're looking at, but sometimes you do find an example that does look exactly like the one you're looking at. But either way, it's the same concept that's happening. It's a bullish flag pattern. And the result of this pattern is more upside. See, this is a bullish flag, and then this would be a bearish flag. On a downtrend, it happens the other way, and the channel's pointed up. And then you wait for a breakdown. But we're looking at the bull flag pattern because we're in a bullish market. So we're expecting bullish continuation patterns. See, there's tons of different examples. As you can see, initial rally, flag, and then the subsequent rally is the same length as the initial rally at the point of breakout. So that's how you measure that, you guys. That's how you do your targets for the bull flag. So that suggests more upside from that perspective. But there's more. We're also doing rounded structure in the market. This is starting to round out. And so if we go ahead and start bottoming here like I expect us to and start breaking out, then we should see some rounded structure, and that rounded bottom structure is very bullish. And then we also, from an Elliott wave perspective, which is also basically a pattern, you guys can see very quickly that we have a 1, 2, 3, and we're making a 4 wave right now. And we're going to have a very, very, very impulsive 5th wave. And it'll probably be extended 5th. So instead of some 5th waves stop just slightly above the 3 wave. But in crypto, the most common thing that happens in 5th waves is that we get an extended 5th wave. And it goes super parabolic. People get really excited and really delusional, but you make a lot of money if you know what you're doing. So that's what I expect from an Elliott wave perspective. And from a MACD perspective, we're extremely oversold, you guys. We're very oversold on the MACD in these bigger time frames. And the bigger time frames are stronger. So the bigger the time frame for the indicator that you're looking at, the stronger the pattern is. So this is an indication that we're oversold, that the market has sold off too much and it's ready to reverse. And so that's really, really good from a bullish perspective. There's a thing called volume profile analysis. When you have rising price and rising volume, that's bullish. As you can see, we had rising price right here as well as rising volume. If you zoomed in, you'd see that this was rising quite a bit in this period, but because we're zoomed out, you can't see it super well. But this is a bullish volume profile, and then we went ahead and saw a bullish move after we had that bullish volume profile. And then another bullish volume profile is when you have decreasing price and decreasing volume. And that's what we're seeing in the market here. That's bullish. Go look it up. You can see volume characteristics in market. If you Google it, you'll see a simple graph, and it will show you that decreasing volume and decreasing price generally results in a bullish move. So that's bullish from a volume profile perspective as well. So from a market cycle perspective, from an indicator perspective, from an Elliott wave perspective, from a pattern perspective, from a trend perspective, from a perspective of what's going on in the overall markets of cryptocurrency, all of the signs are showing more upside coming inside of this market. So do not be dismayed. Do not give up. There's a lot of money to be made left in these markets. The bull market is not over, in my professional opinion. Like I said, I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. But in my personal trading journal, what I've learned over the past 5+ years, consistently making money, making mistakes, learning from them, and refining my strategy, that is the stance that I have to take on the market, that there's more upside. So that's from a technical analysis perspective what's going on with Dogecoin. So I expect a lot of upside coming, you guys. And the crypto markets as a whole look very bullish. All you have to do is look at the cryptocurrency total market cap, and you will see in the big picture here, because the big picture is really the most important thing for you to look at, you will see that we are in a massive uptrend that only recently broke its previous all-time high. Only recently broke its previous high that happened in 2017, right here, and January of 2018. And now we're in a bullish flag pattern again, just like how we see a bullish flag in Dogecoin. The entire cryptocurrency market cap as a whole is doing that same bullish flag pattern. And so we're expecting a breakout of the flag and continuation in the market. And we also have the same volume profile stuff going on that I was teaching you about. Increasing volume, increasing price. Decreasing volume, decreasing price. This is all bullish price action. Now the MACD, in this case, we're on the 15-day candlestick, so the MACD may look overbought. But you have to remember context of time frames. This does not necessarily mean that the MACD is done going up. There's nothing that says the MACD can't come down a little bit here and curl back up. All while price is going up. Sometimes the MACD curls down a little bit while price is going up. So the indicator does lag, and that's important to know. And that's only in the 15-day candlesticks that we see that it's way up here. And actually what ends up happening a lot of times, if you go back and look over here, you can see if you were looking at the MACD back here, people would have thought that it was overbought. People would have thought that the MACD was overbought. Right here they would have thought it was overbought. They would have thought it was overbought right here. But it kept going higher. Price kept going higher and higher. So the MACD does generally go further than you expect it to in the bigger time frames. So that's really important to understand. But if we go look at the 2-day candlesticks here, you'll see that the MACD is oversold. So this is very oversold in the 2-day candlesticks. So that's kind of my view on the markets, you guys. Lots of good things coming in the markets. Very excited about it. If you guys are not a VIP member, check out highaltitudecrypto.com. This is the last day of the last sale ever. You will no longer see the buy now buttons on this website in the future. And I'll only take either members that are already VIP that want to upgrade or reestablish their membership, or through a very, very careful process, I will be accepting some people through form, through application in the future, but only if there's still room inside of the VIP areas. So I just wanted to let you guys know about that. The discount is 20% off of all of these prices and 50% off if you're a veteran or you're disabled. So reach out to me, highaltitudeinvesting@gmail.com, or a message on Discord works as well, and I can help you guys get set up and help you transform your life and your trading portfolio today. So thank you guys so much for tuning into today's video. I look forward to seeing you guys in future updates. Happy Friday, everybody. I hope that you enjoy your day. The correction, you guys, corrections are healthy. They're expected. They're good for the market to have. The correction that we saw in crypto recently, I know it's felt like forever. I know you want to be dismayed, but don't be. That's exactly how the whales take your money. They convince you to sell while they are buying. So don't be dismayed. A recovery is in process. So yeah, you guys, that's everything I wanted to run over today. Huge shout out to my Dogecoin holders. I love you guys. I love the meme coin holders, even though a lot of people hate meme coins. I don't. I like money and making money. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. And as always, stay profitable out there.